Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your homie Fancy A here. Happy Saturday to everyone of you guys. Yeah, I know it's been a long time since I released this last performance video that I did at Chop Suey for Father's Day. And if y'all haven't checked it out yet, the link on the description is on the description. So anyway, go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And also, I'm going to release that documentary for the summer in Seattle really soon, in about 5 days. I know summer's here already, so I'm sure y'all are looking forward to it. So anyway, what's going on today is that I'm having a private meeting with my guy Sado Slim. His real name's James, and I'm not sure if he's comfortable with me filming the meeting because it'll be done on phone. So we do the video chat. So anyway, I think it's best I could do it like face the camera towards me when I'm facing my phone. So anyway, well, sorry it's longer. The meeting takes like about 35 minutes. So it's about the issue that we have when I book shows with a promoter that books venues like the Cafe Razor, Vera Project, which those two would have been a great turnouts, but it turned out to be low turnouts because we did not promote that soon enough. It's too late and doesn't give us enough time to promote. Like 2 weeks before the show or a week before the show, that doesn't give us enough time. It's like a waste of time. So, and you know, Sado shouldn't like harass me like that, but he's a cool guy. So anyway, enjoy this video, y'all, and enjoy. What up, Sado?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm doing alright, how about you?
I'm doing alright too, man. Just kicking in with my kids, but yeah, I was just trying to meet up with you, trying to figure out what you're trying to say for Vera Project on was it July 24th?
Yeah, July 24th when I meet with them for the meeting with them.
Right. So what exactly are you trying to tell them?
Trying to tell them like about our situation, about those low turnouts that we have on June 8th. I'm going to tell them that, and I will tell them why they don't have a marketing person, and they can tell me that.
But okay, for like their venue, they don't need the marketing person to know. It's like when somebody books as the booker, they either are the promoter or they work with a promoter.
There are promoters, that's all I've known. Jason is the one that books shows, and JJ is the one that promotes for Jason. So, and
whoever books the show for the venue works with the promoter who booked the show. That's normally how it goes. So the promoter is whoever actually booked the show with the venue or the bookers.
Yeah, I think that's what they told me. Jason, so Jason's the one that books the shows. He's the one.
Well, who else booked the show? Was it just you and him?
Well, yeah, it is me and Jason. He's the one that puts it together for me.
Right. Okay. So, well, it's basically as a promoter, as somebody you booked the show, so you're supposed to be the one who promotes. That's where I'm getting at. It's not like for this incident, we need to learn from this incident and move forward. Okay. So like when you book the show, you're supposed to promote it. That's how they normally do it for any event.
Yeah, also the problem is they supposed to make that ticket link back in February or in January. They're supposed to provide a ticket link so I could put it on the flyer. They did that in the last minute, like back in May or something. They put out the ticket link, and they promote that. They create a Facebook event not till May, which is too soon.
Yeah, that's well. That's something you should have been doing, though, too. You should have been harassing them, like, oh, where's my ticket link? We booked this show, I need that link, I need that link.
The problem is I'm too scared to harass them, and they won't let me, like, play there anymore. That's what my most concern is. If I harass them, they will, like, file a complaint against me.
Well, I mean, okay, if you book a show, I mean, not like harass them, like being violent or anything. I mean, like constantly contacting them, constantly like bugging them about things. That's like when it comes to the situation that you're in now with this show. If this keeps happening, people aren't going to want to book you. Like the Fantasy A, the trademark that you're trying to create, the brand you're trying to create, if you really want to push this, like, you can't have turnouts like that, man. Like, that's a big issue. So, like, I wish I would have known ahead of time, like, when you booked it, because I would have helped you promote this. I would have helped you get this going. Because that's what I used to do is promotions. That's what pushing out a show is like something I always loved to do, and that's what I did in Ohio. So
yeah, I know, man. It's just messed up this year. It's just kind of like a bad start this year, man. It's a bad start, and I apologize to that, and they should apologize to me for that too.
Yeah. Well, I'm willing to come and help you fix this and get this all squared away. And I'm not sure. Have you put events on before? Is this like the first couple events that you put together?
The last time I booked the show at the Vera Project was back in 2017, like back in April when Andrea was a talent buyer. Now she's with KEXP. We talked back in April 2017. And she just got the month of August available for the 2017 show, and we started promoting that back in May 2017. That's how it goes.
Right, so yeah, if you have a show that, let's say, okay, well, you booked this in January, and it was for June, you have all that time to be telling people, and it's not just you, it's like whoever's promoting the show. You said that they don't have marketing people, so it's not up to them to promote shows. I don't know how they run their venues, but like any venue that I've ever gotten in Ohio, like whenever I was putting on a show myself, none of the venues would ever promote, except for like if it was a high scale show that I was like opening up for. So it wasn't actually my show, but if it was my show, I have to promote it. I'm the one who has to go in and do the work for it. And I think that you may have been misinformed on some stuff, on some aspects of it, but we need to figure out all the points that that you were misinformed or you didn't have a full understanding of, and then let's learn from this and let's push forward.
Right.
Because if it keeps happening like this, where you're booking a show for any event, venue, and there's no turnout, they're gonna look at the Fantasy A and brand, and they're gonna be like, well, this guy isn't serious. If he's booking shows and he's not bringing any turnout, then he's obviously just messing around. So I'm not saying that you are. This is how they would see it. I'm just being realistic.
Yeah, that's what they think, that I'm messing around. They just don't know it. I wasn't messing around. It's just as I'm saying, all that money I try to promote for the show goes towards the rent at the dog filming home, and the curfew is what's, makes me to prevent myself from promoting, give more time.
Right.
So that's why the venues think that they thought that I'm messing around, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
They just they didn't know. They just did not know that.
Is it just the Vera project that you're having issues with, or is it the Cafe Racer too?
The Vera project is an issue.
Okay. Okay, so Cafe Racer is...
Cafe Racer is also the same one too.
Oh, they're ran by the same people?
Well, they're ran by a different type of people. The Vera project is not with Cafe Racer.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, two different events, or two different venues. Alright, well, so do you have, like, you're gonna, well, when you go in there, like, the best thing to do, I would, like, their lack of marketing person, I wouldn't even bring up, because this is an issue that needs to be, like, okay, so, you book this show, and it's, like, there was misunderstandings, so, you need to go in there and tell them, like, look, I misunderstood, I thought that you guys are going to be helping promote, and I just was misunderstood on that, so...
Yeah, I should tell them that I kind of misunderstood what they're trying to, like, tell me. It's like a lack of marketing, so when I come in on July 24th, I'll just tell them I was misunderstood of what they're saying about when they promote events like this.
Yeah. Well, most, like I said, I don't think they leave it up to the people who's actually booking the show, the person who's actually holding the show and to be doing the promotion. That's how, like, most, like, especially throughout this city, I've noticed that it's always the person who is putting the money up for the show that's actually, like, who's actually booking the show. Like, say, like, have you ever heard of Divide?
Yeah, I think so.
Seattle art. Okay, well, he goes and rents venues and puts money up, and he's the one who promotes it. He does the social media marketing. He puts the events up on Facebook, or he posts stuff on Instagram all the time. Like, whenever he books a show, he's the one who's, like, out there grinding and trying to get the turnout to be higher. So, he's not that great of an example when it comes to how he handles his business. He's not very good of a businessman, but regardless, he's still, at least, he's the one who's promoting, and it's basically anyone who wants to book a venue. Like, say, if I wanted to go book a venue, I'd go to the Vera Project and book the venue, and it would be up to me to promote it normally. So, I mean, it seems like this is like the third official show you've done, because you did the one in 2017, or you've done more shows than that.
Yeah, I've done more shows than that, and back in 2017.
Okay, so, but you weren't attaching you were booked for the show by a promoter?
Yes. I was booked by a promoter.
Yeah, that promoter was probably the one who's promoting it. It wasn't the venue, or it wasn't any marketing person. It was the promoter. And like, whenever I was working in Ohio, I wasn't just doing promotions. I was booking shows too. I was booking and promoting. So sometimes it's two different people who do it, but most of the time it's one person. Like, most people who are trying to get into this kind of business, they'll book and promote themselves. They won't have a second person helping them, because that's some more money that they have to fish out of their pocket to pay people. But as for, like, when you book a show, it's normally 99% of the time it's going to be you promoting. So I'm almost certain you probably didn't fully understand that. Like, these are your first two shows, the Cafe Racer and this one?
Actually, I did the show back in February at the Vermilion Art Gallery, but they should have promote more time so more people will know what we have going on.
Right. So so who was the one who booked that show?
Diana Adams is the one that booked the shows at Vermilion.
That was her, the venue's booker?
Yes.
Okay, whose show was it? Who, like, booked the show with her? Was it you, or was it somebody else?
It was someone else who called himself Scribe. Joseph Scribe Cady.
Oh, I know him. And it was his show, and he attached you to his show? He's, like, basically booked you for his show?
Yes.
Okay, so the Cafe Racer and the Vera Project were both yours, right?
They're both mine.
Those were the only two you've done?
Yes.
Okay, so this is new to you. This is where I was trying to get to.
Yeah, it's kind of new to me. I'm still learning from that.
Okay, so, I didn't realize how new you were. I mean, now that I know, I'm willing to help you and, like, get this so another incident like Vera will never happen. Because if you really, really want to make Fantasy A a brand that's trusted, you gotta be your words gotta be trustworthy. And when you book a show, that's basically you signing your word. So we gotta figure out, like, as soon as you book a show, like, we got a game plan out, like, step by step, like, okay, we booked this show, let's figure out what we need to do to make this a successful turnout. And we may have to wait until we talk to Vera before we can start booking for more shows.
Yeah, that's what we have to do.
Because I was planning on trying to book a show, but I might have to wait until then to try to book it. But
yeah, wait like months in advance or something like that.
Well, no, I always book in advance. So, like, say if I was going to book a show right now, like today, since it's June, was it 21st, 22nd?
22nd.
So, June 22nd. I would probably push it out either at the end of August or September, the earliest. Most likely, I like to have like 4 months of good, solid promotional. I like to just sit there and promote. So October would probably be the best time frame for a time from June to October. So like book a Halloween show right now and just promote the hell out of it, you know.
Yes.
Like I said, the venues when they book with a booker from their own staff, it's not the staff's job and the venue's job to promote the show. They may have it on their website that, oh, there's this show that's coming up, but as of like telling people about it, it's not their job. Their job is just to book the show, like if they have a bar, provide drinks, if they have a kitchen, provide food, all this other stuff that their venue provides. You know, that's what their job is. So, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to have a meeting with you, is because I want to discuss this with you, because I know there was a bunch of misunderstandings, mix-ups, but anyways, maybe we can meet, like, before Vera Project, we can meet in person and actually go over, like, some steps of, like, the next show that we do. Like, that way we have a good game plan, we have a good, solid understanding of where we, like, once we book that show, where we need to go, you know?
Right.
Okay, because, I do want to work with you, man. I understand that you're up and coming, you know, you're trying to do this, and I don't want you to, like, I know for a fact you want to succeed in hip-hop. You want to make a name for yourself and go, like, higher, like, not just even booking yourself. You want to do multiple events for a bunch of people. That's exactly what I used to want to do. Until I had kids, I had to put it off to the side, you know. I kind of, like, set it off to the side so that I can focus on getting a career for them.
Yeah.
But this is more of a hobby for me, but it's still, I'm all about, like, putting events that are good for people. Like when I book an event, I like to make it interesting. I like to make it fun. I like to make it something where people like talk about it. Like, oh, that was a great show. And that's the kind of stuff we need. You know, if you want to succeed, you need that in every type of show that you put together. Like, even if it's not the highest turnout, at least if it's a great show and people love it. Hey, what are you guys fighting about? Sorry, man. What are you guys fighting about? Can you stop? Quit throwing your shirt at your sister. God. So, yeah, let me think. What's this? Yeah, as you, as Fantasy A brand, you want to make that a successful brand. So, what we need to do is have a game plan, step by step, how we're going to do it.
Right.
The rest of, like, every time we promote it, like, every time we book a show, like, okay, this is the first step. We book it, we find the venue and book it. And then we book it out 3, 4, 5 months out, just so that we have enough time to promote this, you know. And even if it's like, if it's 35 people to like 300 people, it's still we're gonna put on the same kind of quality show, and more people that turn out and that see that show, they're gonna be like, oh, these people put on a great show, and the next show is gonna be a higher turnout. It might even be double the numbers.
Right.
So, and that's how you keep doing it. And as long as you keep showing that great show, then people got to know about it. That's the biggest thing. People have to know about the shows, like, especially in Seattle. People need to know like months in advance so that they can plan it. Because if, like, I found out about that show 2 weeks in advance. You know, like 2 weeks before. Like, it was like the Wednesday before the 25th. So, like, that's not much time. Like, I was like completely shocked. I was like, whoa, like, that's 2 weeks? I was like, yeah, let me know ahead of time so that I can find a babysitter. And then you said, yeah, I just found out about it or something. Yeah, so I was like,
yeah, it was the biggest mistake I ever did, you know. I was a bit stressed. That's the reason why.
Well, if don't go at it alone either, dude. Like, if you book a show, talk to, but yeah, you can't go at these things alone, dude. Especially like I know AK-47. He's out in Port Orchard.
Port Townsend.
Port Townsend. So he's not really. I mean, social media is a very powerful tool, so we can use that and utilize that as much as we can to promote. So that's the biggest thing. But if you have people working with you to promote and to get the show going, then you're less likely to fail. If you have more people, unless you have a bunch of people that aren't putting in the work, but I think most of the people who do hip-hop, that do any kind of music, they grind. They always hustle, and they're always trying to get their music out there. They're always trying to, like, bring people together for their shows, you know. It's like, music is one of the powerful tools to, like, teach people, like, social interactions and teach people how to bond with one another, you know. It's because it's a bunch of like-minded folks coming together for an event. So anybody you book, I guarantee, like, if you're not paying them, they're still gonna be like, if it's like a benefit show like this, they're gonna still want to be promoting, like, cause their payment is exposure. If they're not getting paid physical money, they're getting paid in exposure. So it's not like they're not getting anything out of it. So I think that no matter who you book, that they're going to want to promote themselves too, promote the show. So regardless, you shouldn't be coming at it alone. And anytime you book a show, well, from now on, I'm going to try to help you and try to be there when you book the show, so that we both know. And then, like, after we book the show, we can figure out who's going to be on the act or the event. So we book the show and just say, oh, it's this, it's a, I'll just say it's like the X show. We're going to call it the X show. And we don't know we're still determining the lineup, but we want to have a really good show. So then after they book the show, we figure out, okay, so we want to sign this, and maybe this person, because we know that these people will put on a good show. And then after that, we talk to them, and if it's a benefit show, then we let's say it's not a benefit show. I'm not the kind of promoter that does the pay to play. There's some promoters out here that you have to pay them in order to play on their shows, and I don't like that business model. I think it's terrible for the artists and anybody who really wants to show good talent. It's not going to real talent. Artists aren't going to go ahead and spend the money to do that, because kids and whatever percentage they make off the tickets, like they make 30% off of every ticket, and we're selling for $10 a piece. So they'll get $3 for every $10 that they make off a ticket, and they give us the 7. They give us the 7. They take 3, they give us 7. So that's probably the best way for everybody to make money. So nobody's losing any money, and you're basically paying that the person you're booking ahead of time. You know, you're making sure, like, and they're if they only sell like 5 tickets, you know, you're not really losing anything. But at the same time, they only made that much. They only made $15, but they still already booked on the show.
Yeah, which is like not enough, not that much.
Well, I was just saying, and then based off of how many tickets people sold, you can place the lineup like that, you know. So like the day of the show, we could set up the lineup. You know, they have to meet like an hour before doors open. Then we have a lineup set up, you know. So I mean, there's several different techniques. That's just an example. I'm not saying that could be set in stone. You know, that's just an example of how we could do things. But there's many other ways we can promote a show, put together a show. The best tools we have are social media for promotion. Like telling people like once a week about like, oh hey, there's this show. Like when we first book it, like every single day, like flood people's feeds, like, oh, we got the show coming up. And then like the more people hear about it and more people talking about it, then more people are going to be like, oh, okay, there's going to be a good shindig. Let's go check this out. So, and even if they don't buy a ticket in advance, they can pay at the door. So,
right.
I don't know. So, I'm not sure. I already got everything planned out for the 24th. Like, I have class at 6 p.m., but I'm going to be there at the Vera project a little bit early. I have an appointment.
Yeah, at 4 o'clock. Is that they have a time available at 4 o'clock? Is that an issue?
No, that's perfect, because it's like I have a therapy appointment that day, but that's at 1 p.m., and then after I'm done, it'll be 2 p.m., so I get home probably like 2:30, and then I take the bus all the way down to Vera Project, and I'll be there a little bit early. We can meet, discuss everything, figure it out, and I'll have like a whole hour to do that, and then I just take a bus up to Capitol Hill for my class. Yeah, it would be perfect. So,
yeah, sounds like a good plan, man.
Yeah, but
I'm really appreciate that you're going to help me with this.
Yeah, and my messages were like, I was not attacking you. I'm always going to be real with you, unless you're like, you screw me over, unless you aren't real with me, then like that's when I just won't mess with you. But if you really want to like succeed and actually build yourself up, like these shows were like the Cafe Racer was decent. That was a decent turnout, but the Vera project we should have had way more people. But it was a misunderstanding, and get it all figured out. We'll learn from it, move forward. So, like, I'm willing to help you. Like, if you really want to get this going, man, let's make this happen. Okay, so
Yeah.
and if maybe we can meet before the 24th is what I was thinking. We can sit down and actually have a conversation, have coffee or maybe lunch and stuff, and like we'll go over.
Yeah,
like
work this out. Yeah.
Good game plan. Yeah, so then we can figure everything out, and not only that, we'll have a good. We can also game plan what we'll talk to Vera Project, and then like actually write out some stuff and like have like notes wrote out to address to them, you know. So we'll figure out a good meeting time for that. You just give me a list of like your times for your like work schedule and stuff, and then my schedule. I'm gonna be pretty busy throughout the summer, but I'm still gonna like I'll still have time for meetings. So you just let me know your schedule, and we'll work around what you have available.
All right, sounds like a good plan, man.
All right, I'm gonna let you go so that we can. You can. I don't know if you're working or whatnot, but I'll let you get back to doing what you're doing. And have a good day, man.
All right, you too, Sado. Thank you. Peace.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right, you too.
Peace.
Alright, well, thanks y'all for watching, and I know it's long, and hope you enjoyed this meeting video that we have, talk with Sado. That was Sado in the background, so y'all know who that is. So, if you all want to check out his Bandcamp, it's on the description right here. Help him out, buy his stuff and everything else. So, anyway, if y'all are interested, I have some exciting news to tell y'all. Fantasy Loves Me stickers are now available on Bandcamp and eBay. So, please go on the description right here for the links, and they're $5 each on Bandcamp, and also, I'm doing the bid on that for $4.10 on eBay, and I don't know why they suggest me to sell for $7. That's too much. So, anyway, I prefer Bandcamp, y'all, so screw eBay. So, anyway, y'all, and please subscribe for more if you want to see more of my stuff and more music and everything else. So, anyway, I have another show coming up July 13th at Columbia City Theater featuring AK-47 and the one and only Do Normal is going to be there if y'all know who she is. And Kyle Campy's going to be there, and Mez Marley is going to be there. So if you have any friends who wants to come July 13th at the Columbia City Theater, just let them know and bring more people out. It's 21 and over, so please just bring them over. So we need more people. We trust you, and also we believe in you. So anyway, y'all, and thank y'all for watching for the meeting video again. And I'm sorry, and you know how Sado Slim is. He doesn't mean to, like, you know, be negative or anything. He's being truthful to me. He's a good friend, and I don't want to lose him as a friend. So anyway, y'all, have a fantastic day, and my motto to give you is to be yourself, be inspired, and be respectful. Peace, much love you guys, thanks y'all for support, and take care.